Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gravity Throttle Racing. This is Season 2, Heat 4, and the final heat. My name is Aaron Tate.
And I'll be guiding you through each run of the course. My name is Richard Gere. We have the final 4 competitors hoping to qualify into head-to-head competition.
The drivers begin at the top, at the Condor. That's where the clock begins. The first checkpoint is right on to Lewis Hanford Highway, and the second is as they come out of Gravedigger's Tunnel. The clock will stop at the finish line down at the town of Gasp.
And you're looking at the final 4 competitors. But for now, let's take a look at the pole position. Hans and Franz still occupy the first position. We have 12 qualifiers, hoping to add 4 more. From the United States, our first one is Rob Roydus, driving that gorgeous-looking yellow Corvette that he may be damaging.
Okay, why would you want to bring a Corvette here?
So far so good as he makes away down onto Lewis Hanford. Slides well. He's 3 seconds behind the fastest time posted on the first split.
I guess Max Kimmis brought a Porsche.
Hoping to probably just finish and qualify. Let's see how he does. Well done through the snake pit.
You know, Rob and Max Kimmis better have good sponsors.
Now, I think you forgot about that turn there at Cliffside. Onto the Eggbeater. Flips the car over. He goes through. 28.61. Well, not the fastest time.
Well, let's hope Rob has a good body repairman. He gets jostled around there at the Weevils Gap, but slides wonderfully onto Lewis Hanford. Navigates through the snake pit quite well, and Rob has qualified. He is in 13th.
Our next competitor is Houdini from Hungary. Houdini is driving a Subaru. Off he goes, looking good so far around the Eagles Mound. Oh, and he rolls the car already.
Let's take another closer look at what happened to Houdini as he made his way around the mound. It's a narrow gap in there, and it didn't take much for him to roll that car over.
Back at the top, at the Condor, we have, from the United States, Sheriff Woody. Sheriff Woody, looking good so far. Very well done. He is about a second and a half behind, making his way around the Corkscrew. Looking very good. Through Gravedigger's Tunnel, he is about, again, a little less than a second and a half behind. Onto the Eggbeater. Very methodical and through with a 26.36. That's an impressive time.
Sheriff Woody has handled the course just like a pro. He is drifting onto Lewis Hanford like he's done it a million times. Now look over the Eggbeater. So methodical. Crossing the finish line. Sheriff Woody is now in 6th place in the qualifying.
And now our final competitor. Driving the number 78 Lancer Evo is Boxer. Boxer's from the United States. Well done. If you look carefully, you'll see he has modified suspension on that car. He has posted a time just a little over a second behind the lead. Good control through the snake pit. He's just under a second and a half behind.
Oh no! After his first run, he is high-centered over RP Mills Bridge.
And just like that, our competitors have had their first try. Rob Roydus, try number 2 now. Down the Shavano River Canyon and hanging in there.
And Rob's first try down the canyon. He qualified in 13th, hoping to improve on his time.
Oh! Well, this run is not looking as favorable for Rob. He is trying to manage his way in reverse. Let's see how he does over RP Mills. Oh, no!
Glad you're still with us, ladies and gentlemen. For a moment, we thought that Rob had rolled off the edge of the earth. He did splash into the Shavano River Canyon.
Yeah, but he is okay, and the rescue crew, as you can see, is there to help him out of the water.
But watch how Rob, after the Weevils Gap, gets into trouble and manages to get back on the road.
Houdini from Hungary is up next on his second round. Once again, doing well over the Weevils Gap, looking fast. Let's see his first split time. Only a half a second behind. A little rough there through the snake pit. And now he's 1.35 seconds off the pace. Oh no, he's backwards. Let's see how he does. Spinning around on the Eggbeater, coming through 28.08.
The escape artist escaped the Eggbeater, even though it was backwards a full 360 later. Steers his car through the finish line. Let's see where this will put him. In the 12th spot, right ahead of Dre the Beer Man.
Now, Sheriff Woody, he qualified in his first round with a wonderful time. putting himself in. Looks like he barrel rolled the car over the Weevils Gap. There's another great slide. He is 2 seconds off the pace. I think that barrel roll cost him a valuable time. Oh, now he's down to a 1.5 seconds. Looking good. Let's see how he finishes. Oh no, he slides it around. He's in reverse. He does manage to come through with a 28.93.
Sheriff Woody pulled a Houdini of his own. Barrel rolling the car, but staying on the course.
The second round of our qualification is about to conclude. Boxer is making his way over the Weevils Gap and around the Eagles Mound. Keeping good control, he is 2 seconds behind the lead pace. Let's see if he can make it through without getting caught on RP Mills Bridge. He is 2.5 seconds behind. There he goes. Looking great over the Eggbeater, coming through 26.86. That puts him on the board.
Boxer gets onto the Eggbeater, and that active suspension kicks in. He flies through the finish line and into the 10th spot, right behind Ricky Juan Bobby.
All of the drivers have posted a qualifying time, and now it's up to Rob Roydis to improve on that time. Very well done so far. He's flying quite well. He's a 0.5 seconds behind the lead split time on the first one, and into the Corkscrew goes. A little rough through the snake pit, but look at that great time. How's he going to do over the Eggbeater? Moving along so fast. 24.33. That rockets Rob right up the charts.
Let's watch how Rob takes on the course to establish such a fast qualifying time. And of course, it's always nice to see a Corvette speeding down the highway.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure I'd want to take a Corvette over the Eggbeater.
Not only has Rob done that, but he has put himself into the second spot right behind Hans and Franz.
This will be Houdini's last attempt down the Shavano River Canyon. He clears the Weevils Gap well. And slides onto Lewis Hanford, 1 second behind the fastest pace. Looking pretty good so far. Just over a 1.5 seconds behind. There's a smooth run. Onto the Eggbeater. Oh, spins it around. 26.64. That's his fastest time.
Houdini has figured out the course. And his experience starts to show as he's drifting onto Lewis Hanford. He keeps a good line. His line along the cliffside is also equally good. He has now snuck into the 10th position right behind Captain Yas Samara.
Now back at the Condor, we have Sheriff Woody with his final run, hoping to beat his early time of 26.36. That's a smooth ride so far. He's posting just over a 0.5 seconds behind the lead pace. Through the Corkscrew, in through the snake pit.
There's a snake in my boot.
What did he say?
Oh, and he's crashed out. I think he said there's a snake in his boot.
Well, now the crew is saying that he got a flat tire.
Yeah, but how can you get a flat tire if your tires are plastic?
Well, for that matter, how do we know he's a real sheriff?
Yeah, I don't know. But he did get a good qualifying time. First time down. So now we have Boxer from the United States, hoping to improve on his time earlier. Boxer is our last competitor of the day. He's a second behind. And coming out of Gravedigger's Tunnel, he keeps that time only 1 second off. Now onto the Eggbeater. Really well done. He has posted a 25.54.
Let's take a look at Boxer's active suspension here over the Weevils Gap. He minimizes his bouncing. And you can see it again there as he's drifting onto Lewis Hanford. That suspension is really keeping control. It shows itself quite easily here at the Eggbeater. Boxer lands that 1-2 punch and now occupies the 6th position ahead of Biscuit Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, we entered today's qualifying heat with 12 drivers, and now we have 16 qualified drivers with Boxer in the 6th position. Sheriff Woody in the 8th and Houdini in the 11th. Look at Rob Rightus way up in 2nd. Join us next time as we start head-to-head competition.
Are you trucking?